Hi guys, I thought I'd just do a quick video to explain what the next batch of work is going to be. I'd normally do a screencast for this, but because we're looking at some physical things as well, it's just easier to do it like this. So we've done Gin 77 and 77 Pink and so on, and the next two that they're looking at are 77 Black and 77 Zest. So I'd just like to run through the files that we've got in here, and this is sort of in light of the conversation about Pantone and RGB and monitor issues and so on. So in 77 Black we have a whole bunch of PDFs because we need different versions. So option 1 is this is the label that you can just pull out and work your magic on and put on the bottle. So that's a unmarked up view, a clean file that you can use. It does have a closure color reference here, but I'll come on to that later. So this is option 1, and then we have option 1 markup. So this is using RGB values, which we've it's a mix of screen, mainly just matching up Pantones to screen colours, which I know are never going to be exact matches just because of the way they work, but this is really, it just needs to be a decent representation. So we've changed all these colour references to RGB. The flash around the top and the flash at the bottom, the stamp, they are all Kurz references. Now Kurz is a foil company who produce a certain set of foils that we're using for these labels, and so this is where you need really to reference a book and just kind of do as best you can. So hopefully we spoke to Head Office UK, who spoke to Head Office Germany, which is where Kurz are based, and they've spoken to Kurz Canada, and Kurz Canada have hopefully sent you the swatches. So if we're looking at black, we've got Kurz 425 for these areas, and that is in the not that one, it's in this. You probably get 4 of these books, 3 or 4, but there's only 2 that are useful, and it's the Luxor Olufin range and the Color It Graphics range. So you'll see all the references down the right hand side. So for instance, the black one that we're looking at here is Kurz 425. That's the Kurz catalogue. And then you'll just need to have a look and you'll see Kurz 425. So that will give you an idea of how you need to represent it on screen. We can't give you RGB values because it's shiny metal. So hopefully the Kurz catalogues are going to be enough for you to look at. So this is option 1. Markup, and then we've got option 2. So there's the unmarked up file. Now what we need to note here is that the key lines that we put on are just there to denote the shape. It's the same shape as on all the other bottles, because this design is going to use a black foil a black, hold on a second, let me just look at the markup, sorry.
Yeah, black foil.
So yeah, black foil here and then a white foil here. So the black foil is quite easy to represent. It's 362, and that's from the Luxor Olufin range, and that is here. So hopefully a black foil is quite easy to represent. It's a shiny black, So you need to make it look shiny on your files. The second foil, this is where I don't know how this is going to work at your end, but we've got a white foil which is 949, and that white foil is in the Color It graphics range. So you can see it's got a nice reflective quality. So I'm hoping that this area is the white paper again of the label, and then this flash and this flash are the white foil areas. And so those needs that we could possibly put a little bit of, just a teeny splash of RG and B in there, and so it just differentiates it. It might just be that there's a teeny bit of grey in there just to give it a colour differentiation. But the key is that this area needs to have reflective, shiny qualities. So when the label actually goes to print, this might all look white from a distance, but when you get up to it and you turn the bottle, you're going to see these areas having a slightly different white to this area and a reflective quality. So hopefully between this and the Kerrs book, you can produce a realistic looking label for that. So that's option 2. Option 3, I'm just going to go straight to the marked up one because you get the idea now. So option 3 has got white foil again, and a black foil here, and black foil for the stamp, black foil for the text, and then these have got RGB values for these 2 side flashes. So again, that's a slightly different colour combination, but it's just picking out the reflectiveness on the black foil and the white foil as well. So that's option 3. And then finally, option 4 for black. So exactly the same theory as the other options. We've got a Kerrs 396 here and here and here. So that will need to be looked at in the Luxor Lufin range. That's 396. So you can see a lovely lush sort of coppery goldy colour there, and then we've got the RGB values for the rest of the design. So for black, we've got 4 options, and hopefully you can decipher all of the markups that you need, all of the instructions that you need on the markup files. So next we have Zest, and it's same theory again. Just go straight to the mock-ups. Kerrs 404, Kerrs 404 down here, and then the rest have got RGB values. Option 2, I think it's the same colouring, but we've just got a different type. It is the same colouring, the same foil, just a different typeface here. And option 3, different colouring. You've got Kerrs 377 here and here, and a different typeface again. So we've got 3 versions for Zest. The final thing I want to talk about is the closure. So it's now a cap, which is like this. So it's a matte foil cap which they put on. They, for want of a better word, they blow dry it and it shrinks on. So that's the style of the cap. And but this is obviously a photo, and it's got all the imperfections in it. And what we'd like to do is use your skills to do something similar to this, where it's a kind of it obviously has the perfection of the CGI aspect of things, and so we need to be able to change this colour on all the bottles. But so rather than looking sort of clumsy like that. I mean, it needs to obviously have the essence of that shape, but it needs to have the precision of the digital mock-up. So that's how we want the cap to look, and on each file there is the cap color RGB color reference for the closure. So if we can just match the cap color to that RGB value, that'd be great. There's a couple of other examples in that folder. We've got some black foil references. So this is how, this is where you can see the blackness here and here, but then obviously the more reflective it gets, the more sort of silvery white it looks. And here's a white foil reference. So again, it has this sort of, you can see that it's a bit grayer in here, but it has this sort of reflective quality. Another white foil reference where it goes from sort of grey to white to black. So that's how the foils are working, but we just thought this might be a good reference for you. So I hope that's enough. I think there's enough to be getting on with. Hopefully the KERS catalogues will arrive with you soon. If they don't, we just need to crack on with it anyway. And yeah, let me know if there's any problems. Okay, thanks.